Among older Americans, healthcare status varies by race, income, and gender. Older minority Americans have constantly been shown to have worse health than whites of the same age groups across the measures of disease, disability, and self-assessed health. This has been taken from the article of Social Justice Health Disparities and Culture in the Care of the Elderly, written by Peggy Dilworth Anderson. Elderly Americans from different races are treated differently by the health insurance companies, along with the different ethnic groups receiving different opportunities of health care. Many of the healthcare plans are crazy expensive, ridiculously expensive, just per month. It is crazy expensive. And the ratio between the income of the elderly and the prices of the long-term care are ridiculous, because the income from the elderly Americans, or just the elderly anywhere, they're not receiving enough income to even purchase the healthcare that they need. They don't want it. Well, of course they want it, but that they need this healthcare. All right. I spoke to a black woman named Joyce. She told me that she was unable to receive certain benefits from her health insurance company because of her race and her ethnic group. She said she didn't really specify exactly what benefits. She didn't feel comfortable specifying what different things that she was unable to receive or even be offered. But she said that it was different from one of her friends that were white or Hispanic that received benefits that she couldn't even be offered. Not necessarily white or Hispanic, but different ethnic groups are offered different opportunities, and she was obviously unable to even be offered some of those opportunities. And that's completely unethical and unfair. Completely unfair. ARP Healthcare displays the issues with long-term care right out in the open. Their problems, not their problems, but the issues that they are generating, they have them right out in the open for people to see. Under the Planning for the Cost tab on the AARP Healthcare website, it says it's a good rule of thumb that long-term care insurance is best for people who can comfortably afford the premiums and handle increases over time. What if these people can't even afford the regular insurance, let alone have to have to pay for the increases? That is completely unfair. If they can't even afford the bottom of the insurance pole, the totem pole, then what makes them think that they can purchase all of the increases and any other things that they may need? They can't. They're just going to be like, nope, I just don't even need it. I'm not going to be able to afford it in a couple of months. Why would I even put myself in that type of a position? Some people can hardly afford insurance itself, let alone the increases, as I just said. I spoke to a gentleman named Larry. He told me that he had been a mechanic his entire life. Just, hard work every day as a mechanic. And obviously he wasn't going to retire with much income coming in after he retired. So he had expected, that he wasn't going to get that much and he should get a pretty cheap insurance for life care, long care. But he definitely was not getting enough money to even think about getting health care or long-term care or dental care, any kind of care that he would have to pay for. He was not generating enough income to even be able to think about getting this kind of benefits. Therefore, he can't afford his health insurance. He can't even afford to stay in the nursing home. I went to the Carriage Inn. He can't even afford to stay in the Carriage Inn, that nice little small community for the elderly. They can't afford to pay that. He said that his children are in debt to their eyeballs due to having to purchase or pay for his stays at the nursing home because he can't afford it. And it's just crazy. Like, these debts are going to be put onto the children whenever they can't even really afford it. The ratio between the amount of income a person receives compared to the amount of money that is needed to purchase a large term care is ridiculous. Statistics I found on payingforseniorcare.com from distributing statistics about long-term care in the U.S. It shows that the average annual health insurance or health care for older Americans who earn $30,000 a year. Americans that earn $30,000 a year, which is pretty low already, they have to pay $11,000 a year, which is almost $1,000 a month. That's already expensive. On top of everything else that they have to purchase, another $1,000 tacked on to all of those costs is crazy. But the average annual healthcare cost for an older American earning less than $10,000 a year, or $20,000 less than somebody who had to pay $11,000 a year for health insurance, the people that are getting income for $10,000 a year, they're having to pay $17,000 a year for health insurance. 17. That is almost twice as much as somebody who's earning $30,000 a year. So what if somebody who's earning $50,000 a year? Are they gonna have to pay, $9,000 a year? That's completely unfair. Completely unfair. Why are the citizens with lower incomes expected to pay almost twice as much as the health insurance of their peers, I guess, that are making more money than them? It is completely unethical, and this is ridiculous. Something needs to be done about it, and I learned that going and volunteering with these older people at the Care Gen has opened my eyes to all of the different kind of problems that there is with the elderly health care, elderly care, period, with their people in the nursing home or their caretakers at home if they're not there, or if they were before they went to the nursing home. It is crazy ridiculous how many people are just abusing the system and not even being able to receive the benefits that they should receive for building this country the way that it is today. It's just crazy. Something definitely needs to be done about this.